To Romania now, where a growing political crisis is engulfing the country just days before it assumes the EU's rotating presidency. The parliament are currently voting on a no-confidence motion in response to the ruling coalition's increasingly volatile anti-EU rhetoric. The government are also working to push through a controversial decree that pardons corrupt politicians. Well, Mari Jeanne Ion has more details.
It's a standoff threatening to plunge the country into all-out political crisis and put it on a collision course with Europe, just as Romania gears up to take over the EU presidency. The Romanian opposition is attempting to derail the ruling coalition's decision to issue an emergency ordinance that would pardon politicians convicted of corruption. Leader of the Social Democrats, Liviu Dragnea, among those convicted, claims the decree is meant to repair abuses by the judiciary.
Găsește alte instrumente.
Anyone who finds any other legal measures than amnesty and pardon to repair all the injustices and all the abuses by the judiciary will have my support. If there are no such measures, then stop hesitating.
Dragnea has criticized the EU over its repeated warnings to Bucharest against interfering with the judiciary. With the coalition having just a fragile majority in parliament, opposition parties launched a non-confidence motion.
The current government today is one that, through its actions, has pushed Romania outside of the European Union and has made a mockery of European values. And we have to stop this, and it is our duty to do this right now.
Continuing the destabilizing of the rule of law state and the functioning of the justice will cover completely any kind of performance we will realize in this presidency of the European Union Council.
Shortly after winning the elections 2 years ago, the ruling coalition attempted to overhaul the anti-corruption laws, sparking the biggest street protests Romania has ever seen since its revolution in 1989. Under pressure from EU leaders, Dragnea's Social Democrats postponed the amnesty initiative until now, but ramped up the anti-Brussels rhetoric. One political analyst, former minister, warns that Romania's clash between the people's traditional pro-European outlook and the government's anti-EU stance could destabilize the entire region.
I'm sure that the backing of the pro-European spirit will come automatically from the public opinion and the pressure of the Romanian nation. On the other hand, Russian Federation never made a secret from the fact that the enlargement of the European Union, the enlargement of NATO, the idea that NATO is now in the process of surrounding Russia are considered in Moscow as being political and strategic decisions which are to be confronted by them.
Romania hasn't seen such political tensions since the revolution that ended the communist regime. It's an internal power struggle with the country's fundamental relations with Europe at stake. All of this just as Romania takes on the EU presidency. Brussels is looking on anxiously.
Well, for more on that story, Mari Jeanne Ion joins me now. Mari Jeanne, what are the chances of Romania's anti-EU government surviving this vote of no confidence?
Hello, we are in the Parliament building right now and we're waiting for this vote to happen one moment to the other. But bottom line is that this motion, this non-confidence motion, was signed by 163 MPs and for this motion to pass, it would be necessary for 230 MPs to vote it. So right now everybody thinks there are low chances for this motion to pass. Nevertheless, what happens today will not solve the political crisis.
And looking ahead, of course, Romania is due to take over the EU's rotating presidency. This is surely going to have some ramifications for that.
Absolutely. This is the debate right now here in Romania. And a few days ago, when our president took part in the council meeting, he promised everybody there, the other leaders there, that Romania will rise up to this position and will do whatever is necessary to make this presidency work. Bottom line is that here in Bucharest, the political struggle continues, and as you've already seen, it's about a piece of legislation that would make corrupt officials get away with it. So this is the big stake right now.